not arguing.
How about if I unmute too?
Oh, well, that would be... Okay, so first of all, we're not arguing, but we are debating, and we're definitely having a conversation. Do we have volume?
Yes, we're
thumbs
here.
up if we have volume.
Thumbs
Can
up.
you guys hear us?
Yeah, Meg, I know we were muted. I fixed it now, I think. Please tell me that we're fixed it.
Not only has it been a day, but it has been a week.
I usually wait until halfway through to do those.
We are so happy to be here. I feel at home right now. Like, I feel like...
You are home right now.
That's not what I meant. Jeez, I can't, people. Please help me. Help me. No. This is a comfort zone.
This is now your comfort zone.
Yes. For many people, this is an awkward, uncomfortable zone. For us, for me, this is a comfort zone. It's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy day. It's been a crazy everything.
Oh.
Hey guys. Thanks, Eddie. I appreciate that. He's got faith in me.
We had a lot of people already here as we're coming in, so we'll start saying hello to some people. We got to give the first arrival to Mr. Josh. So thank you for being here, Mr. Fun Size. Appreciate that. And Brooklyn, I'm sorry, Eddie. Josh beat you, but thank you for being here. Great to see you guys.
Is there a competition?
I don't know.
Come on, you guys aren't racing.
Is it?
No.
Is first to a live stream a thing?
No.
I don't know. So here, I got to be honest. We're learning so much from this. We have absolutely no clue what we're doing, and this is so much fun because we don't know what we're doing. And it's funny, you read the comments.
Let me correct him, because first of all, let's talk about what we don't know what we're doing.
Here's the part where Julie tells you she knows what she's doing.
No, this is what I'm going to tell them, what I don't know what I'm doing. Because let's just talk for a minute. Like, Brian worked today. He worked all day. And he's like, don't worry, I'm going to be home in time.
And I was.
If Brian was not home in time, and I mean home in time before, well in advance. When I mean well in advance, at least a solid 45 minutes to an hour, if not more, to make sure the live stream was set up and we were good and whatever. Like, this would not happen. So, yeah, no, I'm completely and totally reliant on you for this part.
There is a competition.
We are a dynamic duo. You know that, right? I do some parts, he does some parts, and the rest of it is whatever.
There is a competition. The first to get into the live gets a free meal at the buffet.
Blaine, I knew I liked you. He's so
Blaine,
right.
You know what, Blaine? You have a future as a marriage counselor.
You think he could save us?
No. So let's say hello to some other people first.
Let's get. Okay, hold on. Reset. Okay, let's get this going.
Hey, Cruz Beth, thank you for joining us. Glad to see you here. Laura's here.
I'm not even logged in on my computer yet. So while you say hello to everybody, I'm going to get going.
Of that.
I'm going to get logged in.
Kathy's here and says she's going to be on the vlogger. So that's one of the things that we like to do. Let us know. Say hello. Let us know where you're from. And let us know what your countdown is. Let us know how long until you are on your next cruise. We just updated our little sign behind us there. We're under 40 now. We are 39 days. 39 days until the Norwegian Prima. It's going to be our first time on a Norwegian ship since our honeymoon. So that's going to be kind of exciting.
Yeah, which has been
we have high expectations
over a decade.
Because our last Norwegian ship was not
well, let's save some of that for our conversation tonight. We're going to talk a little bit. Okay.
It's called teasers. I'm dropping.
All right. I hope you all caught a softball.
But
no, yeah.
So yes, Kathy, we will be on the vloggers with you. We're excited for that. Very excited for that.
I can't wait.
See who else is here tonight. Funnels are here. Hey Andrew.
Funnel
What's
heads.
going on? I'm not sure if it's Andrew.
What's up, guys?
Blaine is here. Thank you already. And it sounds like Half Pit Little Barbecue has some fun stories from their last trip to tell us about. Can't wait to hear about
where
that.
everybody knows your name. Or might that be?
Hello, Christine. Thank you for joining us. Alice is logged in.
Oh, say hi to Christine. Hi,
I
Christine.
I literally just.
Okay. Well, I missed it because I was singing the cheer song in my head.
Blaine, we need
Christine, come with us in June. We're going to have so much fun.
Oh, I could. Man is here, but only on the cell phone. Okay, that's all right.
That's okay. That's okay.
Let's see, what else do we have tonight? Bill and Lucy are here. Oh, can't wait to hear about your last cruise. That sounded like it was.
I don't even know what that is, but
what is
I'm sorry, my hand's going in front of the camera. I'm pointing to things. I don't even know what that is.
Let's see who else is here tonight. I think we're almost caught up saying hello. See, that's kind of the nice part about being a small channel. You can get to say hello to everybody, where everybody does know your name.
What do you call them a small channel?
Us. Because you get to know everybody, and that's what we love about
we absolutely love everybody here.
Community here. So let's see. Eddie has 133 days. Tony G 1975 is here. Thanks for joining us. Say Cruisers here. Thank you for joining us. Ocean to Ocean is here. Thank you for joining us.
Sig Cruiser.
And I think that might be the fastest we've ever caught up in the chat. So
are you sure we're caught up?
No. Yeah.
So anyway, let's
well, you know what this reminds me of now? Like, so for a lot of you guys that I've jumped in some of your lives, I come in and usually we're running in straight from soccer practice. And
we're always running in. I hope you guys know that, like, we're not like sitting around like, hey, when's our live going to start? Like, we have 3 young kids and 2 maybe 15 jobs, and we're running all over the place, and like it's always like 2 seconds. Are we ready? Are we ready?
Yeah.
Like literally, I was running down the stairs right before we went on. Hi guys, but like I said, as soon as we logged on, this is my happy zone. This is my comfort zone. Like now I'm in the zone. So. But
I think we're in that little phase right now. Like when I have my soccer kids that I coach, we call it that they're kind of punchy, and I think that's what we are right now. So this.
We are.
This live should be fun because we're going to bring on some fun people in a minute, and we had to represent.
I wonder who we're bringing on.
Well, it's also in our thumbnail, so it's not really as much of a surprise as you might think it was. But don't worry, Laura. We won't throw. Laura's throwing gang signs over there. Mid coast, west coast, east coast. I don't know what's going on over there. So, and we just got flagged by YouTube. So hey, what do you want? No, we didn't. So what do you want to talk about tonight? So we got people coming up on their cruises. We're very excited for some of the upcoming cruises. Excited for our Prima. Excited.
I am
for the
so
vloggers.
excited. So like today was one of those days where I had a moment where I was like, okay, we have a lot coming up. We have a lot going on. I didn't hear you, but I'm going to ignore you anyway. We have a lot coming up. We have a lot going on. And I'm so excited for okay, so today is the anniversary. Are you ready for this? I didn't post it and I meant to, but again, we're running around. We're doing 15.
You had a busy day. So
we both had a very busy day. He was working. I was working. We were doing a million things. And I texted him this morning. I go, do you know what we were doing a year ago today? So a year ago today, we were a year ago yesterday, we had taken a flight down to Galveston. And a year ago today, we were wearing masks and all like bundled up and whatever. And we were going to the port in Galveston to board the test cruise for the Liberty of the Seas. Now, let me just tell you guys, if you know anything at all about us, this all has been a very evolutionary process. It's been very kind of crazy. Evolutionary, I know I use a big word. And I mean, we didn't expect any of this. And literally, we won this free cruise that we went on to test the waters. So first of all, let's give a really big round of applause. Do we have a round of applause on our thing or no?
No, you told me to get rid of that.
I did. So let's all give a round of applause to us, first of all, cruising being back. I mean, first of all, we're back. Second of all, let's just acknowledge the fact that in the past...
How about we acknowledge Paul? Hi, Paul. Thank you for watching us while you're joining. Okay, go ahead. You can go back to acknowledging.
I mean, what a crazy year. It's been a crazy year for us. We have been on the test sailing. We've taken our kids on a few cruises. We have now a bunch of more cruises posted, and none of this was planned.
It's been. I'm singing the Grateful Dead now.
I can't. Okay, so
Maybe we should
anyway,
just turn over the entire live stream to Huddle and just like, not yet. We'll see how it goes. I have notes.
he doesn't.
No,
He's gonna tell me later on I talk too much. I never talk too much, but tonight I am talking too much. I'm excited. I'm excited.
You don't talk too much. You just interrupt me too much.
I'm excited. I tell some of you guys I'm always like elbowing him. I'm always like whatever him, whatever. So you guys are getting to see it firsthand. Like we are punchy tonight, but anyway, it's okay.
But
it's a good night.
But so I just want to say Julie has been busy today. You got a couple new bookings on our
I did. Yeah.
cruise. So just for fun, because I love these things and Julie hates them, and that's kind of the mood we're in tonight. So we're just going to set this up going at the bottom of the screen. No, let's do this one. I like that one better. So we're going to do that right there because we do have some space left on our group cruise on June 23rd, 2023.
We do. And let me tell you,
See, you did it again. That was very good. I was throwing you props for booking rooms today, and you even interrupt that.
All right, I'm just gonna sit back. Go ahead.
But no, so
carry
Julie,
the show by yourself.
Julie, that doesn't happen. But Julie did book 2 more rooms today. So this group in June is growing. And if you haven't booked with us yet, please do so soon because we are watching the prices just go up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And we do have some rooms left at our group rate that are, you're not going to get that. Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
Can I talk?
I think you should.
So anyway, when you book a group cruise, there's different ways to book a group cruise. There's multiple ways to book a group cruise, and there's multiple ways on different lines. Just so you guys know, when we booked this group cruise, we locked in a set number of cabins at a certain rate. We still have, I think, 4. I think we're booked at 10 or 11 cabins right now. Mm-hmm. And I think we still have 4 available at the rate that we have. I have not seen anywhere else. And somebody else out there may have cabins either. I doubt that they would probably have an equivalent rate to us because we have a really good rate. But anyway, so we are locked in at this rate. And we have these few cabins available. They are double occupancy rooms. So if you're interested, let us know. The prices otherwise have gone up. We can book you. We do have quite a few cabins and quite a few people involved already. We do have a private Facebook group only for the people who have actually booked. So we are communicating with people that way too, so we can plan some fun events and some fun things to do together. But it's going to be a really great cruise. I am so excited.
But we did get a bunch more interest today while I was at work.
We
so
do.
We're going to see. There's a lot of people on the iffy.
There's no doubt in my mind that we are going to fill every single cabin that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that we can accommodate everybody that wants to.
It's going to be a fun one. We talked a little bit about group cruises last week, so we won't talk too much about that. But I know, that cruise is on Royal Caribbean's Oasis Seas. We have NCL coming up. We talk a lot about Carnival in here, so we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight as soon as we bring our guests on here to talk about the main 3. Not the main 3, but the big 3 lines that we're most all familiar with. So
the ones that we are.
At least that we're exactly that we're most familiar with. We don't want to talk about anything we're not knowledgeable about. So. But what else we got? Our merch store's up.
Yep.
Our merch store's up. We got our samples. Everything looks good. Do not forget that if you head over to our merch store, we do have those for those of you who have.
We do. We have
you want to show some stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
But if you're here, there is a code called Live Chat. It'll get you 20% off.
The other things upstairs, I didn't think ahead of time. I didn't.
This is why I sit
I know, but whatever. Whatever. So we got the book bag, the backpack, which the kids are fighting over because they want to bring it to school. Personally, whatever. But I want it because it's us. How we cruise.
It's cool.
I was wearing.
Where are your slides? Oh, they're upstairs.
That's what I mean. That everything's upstairs. Everything's upstairs. So yeah, we got our shirts. For those of you who know who I am and what I do, I've been making all of our shirts. I cricket. I do whatever, and so I've been making everything that we wear. But now that we have
It's a nice purple
Teespring,
shirt you're wearing right there.
Teespring, whether you go to Howie Cruise or Huddle Adventures or any of our other multiple friends out there, everybody's getting their Teespring stores up. So like, wear your stuff. I mean, go on a cruise. The next time you do, you want everybody to see like who you watch, who you follow. So anyway, we're wearing Huddle.
So Christine wants to join us on the group cruise. She said to reach out. See, yes, and we go. And is that the comfort tea?
This is the one that's your favorite.
That's my favorite. Yes.
So we do have a favorite brand of tea.
Yeah, we're
and Bri is a huge advocate of the tri-blend. So you can get the tri-blend shirt.
I have to do the same thing, Josh. I have to ask for permission to speak.
See on the seas.
And Josh, if we sell any more cabins, you're going to be snuggling with somebody. But all right, so we do
anyway,
have that.
check out Teespring
Yeah, so we do have that coming up
for us
we're
or
excited
any of our
about
friends.
that.
And if you are a friend that has a Teespring store, please drop it. You know what? Let's do a new hashtag. If you have a Teespring store or any other merch store, because there's also.
Well, let's put our mods to work, because the one thing that we love to do is, again, we've always been supported by others. So I'm not sure where the idea came from, but that hashtag creator, I just love that idea. So if you are a creator, if you do have a channel, please drop hashtag creator, and we'll put our mods to work in sharing those links up there. And I think the first link we should share, I'll actually do that one, because as long as they're ready to go, we will share.
Christina will do that. I'll send you a text tomorrow.
They're going to dealer.
What are you doing?
We're gonna bring on our good friends. Just give us thumbs. I think they're ready to go. And you know,
Are we dropping numbers yet?
Surprise!
I was gonna say
ready.
thumbs up. No thumbs up for you guys. Hey, just come on.
Welcome in, guys. How you been?
Hi.
Hey, Julie, you look really good in the Huddle Adventures shirt.
Don't I?
Yeah.
I know. It's first of all, purple is always my color.
Brian, you look like your biceps are growing in that.
I know it's a little. I feel like. I mean, I was out in the sun all day today. Am I listening?
A little bit.
You look
A
good.
little bit.
I got a little color today.
You do.
We're looking a little white here. I have to warm these lights up a bit.
We do look very pale.
Yeah, I'll fix that.
You guys have like the nice like white light. We have like the nice like.
No, we have this thing.
I don't know.
He's gonna fix it. We're gonna get a better glow. Hold on. Do you see him tanning right before your eyes?
They do.
Yeah. Of course you did.
Julie made me go tanning before our wedding.
Much better, honey.
I don't remember
Oh, there we go.
at all.
I do. It was very uncomfortable.
We don't look like vampires anymore.
No.
You guys look great.
Welcome.
You always
You
look
look
great.
great.
We got all this gray, and in the white, I look like a vampire. No, you know what's funny? You guys, you did it the right way with your spring store. All of our friends got stuff from the store before we did. We didn't do samples. We opened a store, and then we started sending stuff to everybody.
We had no idea what the quality was of anything.
Our first, well, I looked at the brands and stuff, and I knew well, we got the family group reunion cruise stuff.
That's what we're
So
going
we knew it was good stuff.
Ooh, look at that.
No, I was hiding this when I showed it because we've already fixed it.
So
But this is why we ordered samples.
YouTube
Because-
creator merch store tip number 1: order samples, because.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
This was supposed to be like no, I'm over here on the side, like little like on the side.
Yeah.
Of course, I lined it up wrong. We did it wrong or whatever. So
Well, that's a limited edition. You can charge extra $20 for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it is worth it to order samples. But I gotta be honest with you, the reason that I ordered the samples, I'm gonna sit in my seat in a minute, but the reason that I ordered the samples is because I ordered lady sizes of a specific type of shirt. And in the past, and Laura, I don't know if you can identify this or not, but for me, absolutely 1,000,000%, when it says lady sizes, I feel like it means it's 3 sizes too small.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to order my size and a lady size to see if it came too small or too big or like where probably too small. And
Hashtag vlogger problems.
Well, I mean, you know, sometimes you're like China sizes.
lady problems.
Yeah. Well,
So
you got American sizes and
And
you got everybody
China,
else.
you got China sizes.
so true.
Yeah.
I will say this, that at least and there's multiple brands and multiple shirts and multiple everything to choose from, but from whatever, and accidentally, I'm sure, whatever I chose from on Teespring, the size came to size. It was exactly what I expected.
Good.
So that's good. It didn't come too big or too small or whatever. It came to the size that I expected. So I ordered my size and that was right.
Awesome.
You know, in our first t-shirt design with them, I had 4 of the social media logos underneath the design, and they accepted everything was good. And two of them we bought and sent to 2 of our followers that won a contest in our first live stream. And immediately, like after that, they contacted me and told me I had to redesign everything that had the social media logos on it. So I had to take that off of everything, but they still got theirs. So
they got the limited edition.
yeah, and it looks better.
No problem.
Yeah.
I like that they got the limited edition though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Brian, do you want to kind
Hello
of share a
together
little bit
we'll
more
travel.
of information
Thank you
about
for
what happened with
trying.
us? Because you kind of submitted some stuff and
Right. So, I mean, we've seen some stuff in the YouTube community recently about like, you know, I mean, I know Bill and Lucy had their whole copyright issue, and then there was some other things.
everybody tried.
Everybody's got their.
I think that everybody wants to do everything right.
Right,
So we're
yeah,
all
absolutely.
very, very well intentioned.
So
So-
I actually reached out to them to say, hey, like, you know, I read the rules, I read all the little fine print, the little tiny stuff about what logos can you use.
Brian
And
always reads the front.
What I'm learning that you have to now because we don't want to end up in this. You know, we're all learning from each other, right? So, reached out to YouTube and said, hey, listen, you know, we have a YouTube channel. We want to use the little play button on our merch, and it literally says in their description that you're allowed to do that for like business cards, your Facebook page, things like that. But apparently that does not apply to shirts. As soon as they said you're good to go, but don't put it on a shirt. As soon as you put it on a shirt, it's not.
But we thought
authorized.
we were good, so we actually submitted it to them. We're like, hey, this is what we're going to put on. This is what we're good with, whatever. And we expected them. We actually uploaded it to our store. We expected them to say yes. And a day later, we got I emailed or texted Brian, and I was like, no, we got the notification. Nope, no good. And
I wonder why that is. Like, what's the issue with the shirt?
I don't know.
Isn't
But,
that- isn't that funny?
but interestingly enough, Facebook and Instagram gave me the exact same response. So for anybody else out there that's doing your merch stores, definitely keep an eye on that, because you know the last thing we want to see is anybody get their.
I'm going to add anything that
issues.
you do see, any of our merch that you
How
see.
did our entire chat go into German? Everybody's talking in German.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, what's
I'm
up?
like, I'm totally lost. They I wonder what bad stuff they're
Are you
saying
kidding
about us. Eddie and Meg are. I mean, they're probably.
You told me like a couple lives
Oh, no,
ago
I
not
know
to
this.
watch, and now I am.
Well, no,
You're
I
right.
know because I take care of it because I put it on the screen. For you.
Eddie Lugo,
I
Donka.
don't know.
Danke Shane. Thank you, Eddie. I mean, you're welcome. But
I know one line in German. It's Ich liebe dich, mein Schatz, which is I love you, my sweetheart. That's all I got.
Danke Shane.
Well, I know our channel is taking off in like Indonesia, but not yet in Germany. So maybe this will launch us. to
Time
Germany.
gut zu wissen.
But hold
good
on.
to you.
Hey, listen, we brought them on and they were kind enough to join us.
Yes, I know, but
We wanted-
Hey, I was born in Germany, so
Or
He
we
was-
were-
yeah, he was born in
trying to
Germany.
fix our chat issue.
It's not an issue. They're talking to each other in German.
Aw,
Oh, you're legit talking to each other in German. Oh, okay.
Either that or Eddie's screwing with us, but he's putting a lot of CHs in there. It might not even be German.
No, that's definitely German. Holy cow.
yeah,
You guys know
sure.
German. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's Ich liebe dich, which is I love you, y'all. He's
Yeah.
like, I love you, y'all.
I love you too, Eddie.
We love you, Eddie Lugo.
Oh,
Danke is
well, hey,
thank you.
so
I have been to Germany before. You have not.
no, we'll get there
Amazing, amazing country. It was beautiful.
one
Um,
day. But these people. Listen, we
Yeah,
are
I'm very confused.
27 minutes into the chat, and everybody has been so patient to hear from Laura, and we've been just punchy all
I
night.
know.
So
Okay.
let's.
Yes.
Reset.
Here we are. What is it like? I feel like doing like the weight throw. I just dated myself. Everybody younger than me in the chat just laughed.
I got it.
Me
Thank
too.
you. Yeah. What? 1990 what? But no, we were talking. So last week we had a really cool chat. We talked a lot about Royal Caribbean. You know, a lot of these chats that we jump into, we know a lot of people are very big fans of Carnival, and we are too. But our recent experience the last year has been we've had 3 Royal Caribbean cruises under our belt, so we're most familiar with Royal Caribbean right now. So we kind of wanted to talk to you guys who have been on a lot of Carnival cruises right now, not to open up the debate of who's better, who's worse, just what do you like? What do you know? What's different? Let's talk about the differences between Carnival and Royal Caribbean and our next big cruise that we'll be doing together, Norwegian.
Yeah. So, hey, I'm going to start for us, and because you guys really got us thinking about, we haven't been on a Royal Caribbean cruise since 2019, and it was on Harmony of the Seas. Since then, we've been on, I don't even know how many cruises, a lot. And they've all been Carnival. So, one celebrity, yeah. You're right. I forgot about that. So, I've been really thinking about it, and I'm really excited. We have Oasis of the Seas on December 4th. And then we're going on Oasis again on the group cruise, which, by the way, I don't know if you guys do not underestimate the value that they are talking about for this group cruise, because what we paid for Oasis on the Seas in December versus what we're paying for the group cruise with you guys, unbelievable discount. I mean, it is a big discount. It is. And December, I mean, that's kids are in school and stuff. That's not like usually the prices go up like in the summer and down in the non-traditional months.
Is that a 7-night cruise?
Well, we're not going Christmas.
No,
night,
I'm just saying that because kids are off over Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas is high.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing an interior, and it'll be our first interior ever on Oasis of the Sea, December 4th. And I believe it came out to being, I want to say 16 or 18 for the interior.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
And I think we're paying that for a balcony with you guys.
No,
it was a little bit more.
Like 22.
A few hundred more.
Okay,
yeah.
A few hundred for a balcony.
Is that what you told Laura it was to get her to book it?
No, but seriously, a few hundred for a balcony. I mean, that's nothing.
Julie often tells me different prices on things.
I do that all the time.
No, I know.
I'm the one that knows what they. I'm the one that's like, let's book this.
We do have a really good price, and I got to tell you, like, if you go before, you go after, like right in that the heat and that heart of the summer can make a break. But Oasis is such an in-demand ship. Mm-hmm. Any of the Oasis classes. So we went on the Harmony of the Seas this past Christmas. And that was the day after Christmas, right? So that was
26.
And we had a great time, but we had to go all the way down to Florida. Now, you guys know that we're closer to the port here. We don't fly to go out of Bayonne. We did have to. We drove, and that's a whole other story. That's a whole other live. It's a whole other video you guys can watch. But yeah, no, I think that we have a really good price. The prices are going up, and yeah, if you can get to the port in Bayonne, I mean, we really do have some cabins and some great price.
Yeah.
But
hold
aside
on.
from the price, though.
December. What is your cruise in December? Is going out of Port Canaveral, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And is it a 7-night?
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
he's going to pull it up because I can't remember. We have so many cruises booked; they all blend together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it is 7 nights.
Yeah, I know, right? I actually, what'd you do?
Hold on.
We're in charge. Toast, everybody!
Everybody's drinking. Woo! Yeah, boy. Okay. Let's see. 7-night Western Caribbean.
We're getting there. There we go.
So in December, it's out of Miami.
Computer.
7 nights.
Western
Caribbean.
I love how we cut out and they're still on.
No, it was fine. The audio,
don't know.
no, the audio was still there. This stupid wire. We need a new wire.
So it's 7 nights out of Miami,
Oh,
So
it's
where
out
you
of
go-
Miami.
where are you going?
Okay.
Yeah.
and we're going to
I'm
Coco
glad
Cay,
Sean was back to work before I did that way.
Honduras, Coco Cay, Roatan, and where else? I think Cancun, right? Yeah.
Oh, Cozumel.
Cozumel.
And Rotan. and-
Cancun.
Oh, that's a good itinerary.
That's
I like
mine.
that Western Caribbean itinerary. That's one of our.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
We've
cool.
done that itinerary twice at least in the last year. I like that.
Well, see that we didn't really have a lot of choice with this because Taylor and Kyle, our daughter and our son-in-law, their honeymoon cruise with Royal. If you guys remember, I think it was like in January or February last year, Royal canceled like 4 cruises at the very last minute, and they went and had their COVID tests, got home, and they had an email from Royal saying, "Hey, your cruise is canceled." It's like, what?
So this is like their honeymoon cruise, and
Yeah.
they've been married a year.
They had 12 months to use the credit, and they basically would have to do it by January. And they decided they wanted us to go with them on a Royal Caribbean cruise. Well, my vacation renews
That's
December 1st. So we were looking at what can we do in December that would work. And
We don't want to go too close to Christmas because
Nah,
we'll
yeah.
sail during Thanksgiving, but Christmas we want to.
but we didn't do ourselves any favors either, because we are going to get home from the celebration on Sunday and then turn around and fly back to Miami on Friday. So we're going to fly to Miami, fly back, fly to Miami to do this one. So within 6 days,
I
we'll
wish
be
we
back on
could
a cruise
just stay
ship.
there, but
You could just miss your flight.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I don't have no vacation time left.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and you know what makes it extra pricey? If I was to take a week without pay because it's enveloped with the holiday, I'd lose my holiday pay. I'd lose Thanksgiving and Good Friday. It would cost me 7 full days of regular pay plus, so I'm not doing that.
So when you guys, I've been thinking about this a lot, and we haven't been on Royal since 2019, and I have to tell you, over the last few years, we've become different cruisers. When you vlog, you really truly become a different cruiser than
Yeah.
you
It's
used to
so
be.
true.
You do.
Yeah,
So I'm really, really excited because the things that we love so much about Carnival, I don't think we maybe necessarily gave a fair chance to Royal in that same regard. And what I mean by that is with Carnival, you never have an issue finding like late night food available. Okay. There's always something that you can grab, like after you've been drinking all night, whatever. On Royal, I think the only thing that we ever really found was pizza. Like we only had the pizza, but we didn't know about some of the other options that may have been available.
It was different too, because that last cruise we had our daughter with us,
Yeah.
and she was, what would she been, like 21, 22? So she had a drink package, we had a drink package, and we were running pretty hard on that
There
one.
you go.
It was a little different, but
the buffet for Royal, like the buffet area closes longer. It seemed like longer hours.
well, back then,
than what
I think they
Carnival
have
had.
more options, more food options now than they did in 2019.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. They
Yeah.
they have they have more options than what they used to.
I remember a Carnival cruise on the Carnival Liberty when Brian, our son Brian, not me, was 18 months old.
Yeah.
And that was hard. I don't know if Funnelheads are still with us, but 18-month-old, we were traveling with him. That was
They're tricky.
that was a chat. Well, and he had the elbow thing.
Yeah.
And I remember being 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, just walking him around the ship, trying to settle him down. And we were in the buffet, and there was still food there,
Mm-hmm.
and that was great.
But you have never, and I don't know if either of you have, but I have cruised where the midnight buffet was still a thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
No, I
you
haven't.
know
I
why
have.
they got rid of it.
Who remembers the
understand-
midnight buffet? Drop it
If
in
you-
the
yeah,
chat if you remember.
If you remember the midnight buffet, if you cruise with the midnight buffet, please drop a link, or drop a comment. I miss the midnight buffet. It was,
Mhm.
I get it. I get why they don't do it anymore, but it was just such a part of cruising. Even if they did it on such a smaller scale, I would
You also,
I would like that
you also
better
remember
than
skeet shooting off the back of a ship. Though, don't
no,
you?
no, not skeet. Well, maybe skeet shooting. I remember them talking about it, but I definitely remember them doing golf balls out the back of the ship. These are all the '90s, like right. So like I was
Used to be
super
so
young. I
much-
think I was probably about 1 year old. I don't know.
Right.
I'm not going to age myself. Anyway, I definitely remember them. I think I remember them shooting golf balls out the back of the ship. I really, really do. But I definitely remember the midnight buffet. And I wish to some extent, even if it was just a very small thing, I would prefer that over pizza at night, whether it's
Yeah.
or Carnival's pizza. Like
So
just
that's what I remember. I remember like, you know, the only thing like you would go to try to like get something to eat or something, and it was like the only thing that was available was pizza. And I might not have known options were available, but I swear to you, it seemed like that was all that was available anytime I wanted to grab something. And so I kind of got warm, even though their pizza to me is superior to Carnival's pizza. I really think Royal's pizza is better. But I found that was like, I found myself having to eat that too many times. And then when I went on a Carnival cruise for the first time in August of 2021, I was like, are you kidding me? Like Guy's Burgers and the blue iguana,
Well-
and like all these options were available. And I'm like, it seemed to me like there were more options
Well,
available.
and she's not talking about late night. She's talking about throughout the
Yeah.
day. So that's one
Like
of the
2:30 in the afternoon.
that's one of the things that the Carnival does have. Like in the middle of the day, there's more options now than there were when we sailed with Royal. Now Royal had what's that? The burger place. It's you gotta pay
Johnny
for it.
Rockets.
Yeah, Johnny
Yeah.
Rockets.
Yeah.
And they have that cool
They have
Mexican
different hours.
restaurant,
Yeah.
which is it.
no, I was just gonna say, sorry, I didn't mean to
No, you're good.
And they have the cool Mexican restaurant,
Yeah,
and you got to
but
pay
that's
for that
extra
too.
cost,
Yeah, you know, and you go on Carnival, you got Guy's Burgers, and you got Blue Iguana,
Mhm.
and that's included
And
But-
the deli.
in the deli.
Yeah.
But the thing you're asking the difference, or you know, what we think is different, is the fact that Carnival focuses more on we're gonna have fun. This is gonna be fun, and Royal is more.
Their shows and productions and
Well,
their quality of that is better.
Royal is higher level. It's
Yeah.
high. It's more. They sell themselves more
everybody says
No.
that,
a
and
little higher than Carnival.
I kind of want to like disagree a little bit. Not with you, Eddie, just with in general, because everybody kind of says that. I definitely think there's things I like about Carnival and there's things about Royal, and we haven't even gotten into Norwegian yet.
Well, Eddie posted that the on NCL you have the local 24-hour.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So my thing is there's definitely things I like about Royal, and there's definitely things I like about Carnival. I think overall, I really do prefer the food on Carnival. Overall, like I prefer Guy's Burger.
Which is
I
weird
prefer
because
Blue
Royal
Iguana. I love
advertises their
Blue.
food.
I agree with that 100%.
We have not eaten in the specialty dining on Royal
This is
really,
true.
because
This is true.
with kids, we cruise with kids, and you know, even when we're not with kids or whatever, we gravitate towards the main dining room, which not everybody does.
Right.
So I can't speak for the main dining. I definitely think the entertainment is better in my taste, because let's talk about entertainment. That's subjective entirely. So in my taste, I prefer the entertainment on Royal better to Carnival, but
Well, hold on before you completely jump over there, Eddie Lugo, if you don't mind, which ship is that? All NCL or is that a specific ship you were on? Just so for the chat, so I'm curious. So we got kind of Carnival and Royal covered. But go ahead, jump back to your entertainment. I'm sorry, I wanted to hear what you.
I don't know what you just did. Now I'm all lost.
No, you were saying how you like the entertainment on it.
I do. I prefer the entertainment on Royal to Carnival. I prefer the food Carnival to Royal. I prefer the service on Royal to Carnival, but I prefer kind of the atmosphere to Carnival to Royal. So like I am totally split down the middle, 50-50. And when I say it's not a preference thing, right? I'm not on a preference thing. It's just
Yeah. I agree, Julie. I think that both are great, but you just have to have the proper mindset when you go into that cruise. Like I'm going to focus on this, and this. These are the things that they do well, and I'm going to focus on those. Like for example, for Carnival, one of the knocks to Carnival for me, and I've mentioned this before, and they're going to make fun of me for saying this, but it's too difficult to get a pop on Carnival. You have to go to a bar to get a pop. Okay, we call it pop.
You
whatever.
were dropping comments about this last week, and I wanted to talk to you about this. So yeah, on Royal, right?
Pop is soda. Sorry.
Yes. Yes.
So on Royal, your soda package, your deluxe beverage package comes with the cup. They give you the cup, so you don't need to bring your Yeti or whatever with you. You can use that cup. And it has a little chip in the bottom of it. I'm pretending like I'm holding a cup right now because you can see this invisible cup in my hand that I'm holding.
Okay.
It's been a long day. But you take that cup and there you can go to they advertise, you go to the freestyle machine and you put the thing in there and you can pick Coke or you can pick Sprite or you can pick all these things. Well, here's what we found. I feel like
Beautiful. Yeah. I missed that cup.
We had about a dozen of
chip
those.
at the bottom there.
Yeah.
And you put it in the freestyle machine, completely off of camera. And you pick from the thing. But what our kids found, so our kids walked around with those cups for the entire week, or at least Brian did. Brian definitely did. Kevin carried it.
And we had the ultimate beverage package, so we had the drink package, and you also get those cups with that.
Yeah.
So we didn't know that. Little tip, I'm just gonna throw that out. I'm gonna throw this little slide hack out there. If you're traveling with kids and you're getting the drink package and you want your kid to get the soda package and you don't plan on using this cup,
just give them the cup.
just give them the cup. You don't need to get the soda package for them too. We learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
That said, I also really love filling this up with ice water or iced tea. And carrying it around with me or leaving it in the stateroom or whatever, then I don't have to the water package and I always have ice cold water because it really does keep everything cold.
It does.
It keeps everything nice and cold.
Cup.
So if you're not traveling with kids, you want to fill it with ice water, just keep this in your room.
Royal did have a supply issue for a while, and some of the ships have a kind of a crappy cup.
A different cup.
But this
They're
cup
back
is,
to this cup.
This
now,
cup
though.
is supposedly back. So
Well, that was our first complaint about Carnival. When
Yeah,
we sailed
and
Carnival.
What drove me nuts is that when you would get asked for like, hey, can my jam is Diet Mountain Dew, okay? I drink Diet Mountain Dew all day. So I would ask, hey, can I have a Diet Mountain Dew? And they would open it. And I was trying to take that back to my room to put in the mini fridge for like at 2 a.m. And they would open it every time.
That was only on the first
That
cruise,
was only
though.
on the first couple. It was the first couple cruises.
Yeah, they don't do
And
that one.
then I started saying, hey, listen, I want a Diet Dew, but I want to take it back to my cabin. I would slide them a tip, and then they would give it to me, and then I would take like 3 of them and put them back. But that drove me nuts for a while.
Yeah, that's a big
server.
In fact, we put that on the survey for Carnival. We put you need to have freestyle machines because it doesn't matter. Pepsi has a freestyle type of machine also, so they could do that. And on Mardi Gras, they dropped the ball because they came up with like regular fountain machines like you would have like in Golden Corral or something.
But they didn't work.
And half the time they didn't work. You're waving your sign a sale card under it back and forth trying to get it to work. So that's where they're bad. Now entertainment, we can't really speak on shows because honestly
we're not big show people.
But we were on a Mardi Gras, and because the way the Mardi Gras is set up, we were wandering through, and center stage they were doing rehearsal for a show, and the girls sang so well. We were like, oh my gosh, we got to watch this show. And we watched that show and we were blown away by it. And that made us think that now when we're on those XL class ships, we're going to go to shows. Now, what Royal was lacking in was live music.
Yes.
And we love live music. And they had like a barber quartet,
their live music was cheesy.
Goofy stuff. And it's like, that's what I didn't like about, but that's just one cruise.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you said you didn't like the live
Well, I was just going to say, like, you guys are talking about, like, entertainment, and I was going to say that I totally can relate to that. And I think, too, sometimes, especially, I'm just going to speak for Oasis Class just because I can, and, it has to do with our group cruise, whatever. But, like, there's, like, live music is different from karaoke, is different from the ice show, is different from the aqua show, is different from the whatever main show they have going on. By the way, cats.
Well, hold on. You're going
Think
way too
about
fast.
it.
So hold on.
I know.
Before we
sorry.
go, so
Um,
there is a lot of live music on, but I wanted to say
I
address
love live
Kathy.
music. I could sit and
So-
listen to music all night long.
So Kathy says that on Carnival you can bring a 12-pack of pop on board for each person.
Yes.
Royal you can do the same, but it's per stateroom.
Per stateroom.
It's 12.
It's
It's a
12
12-pack
per stateroom.
per stateroom, and it could be water, it could be soda, as long as it's under 18
It's the regular
ounces
standard
per
size.
bottle. I think
It's
it
a regular
is.
can or a regular bottle of water, like a regular
But it's
standard
not
size.
per person; it's per stateroom. We just had that.
And
we
per
have-
stateroom, you can bring 2 750 milliliter bottles of wine
Right. Or champagne.
or champagne.
Or
Well,
champagne.
any kind of that kind of
Yes,
like.
just not beer.
beverage.
Sorry, Eddie.
But you can bring beer on Carnival, right?
You can't carry. You can't bring it on board. You can have it ordered. You can deliver it order ahead of time and have it in your
Ahead of time?
stateroom.
What, bring what?
Beer.
But
Oh,
just to
I
finish
can
off
recheck
on
my
these,
sources. Yeah.
because you guys are going on Oasis, and we were talking about the freestyle machines before we get fully into the entertainment. I want to talk about the live music, but those freestyle machines. No, it's a very important topic because they're very exciting. But
I'm
So-
laughing because we're all over the place. I'm
yeah,
sorry, guys.
oh, it's like ping pong, pew, 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 pew.
Listen, I'm rolling with it. I'm with
you
you.
guys are awesome.
But so
If you can't tell, we're very friendly with Eddie and Laura, and I feel like of course we're just talking to friends, but like I feel like we roll really good. So thank you
NCL
guys for hanging
doesn't
with us.
allow you to bring soda on board.
The Norwegians are really strict.
Okay, so we have not cruised that much with Norwegian. We have
We
a little
will-
bit.
You know,
I've been on 2,
Yes.
and you've been on 1,
yes.
and we have
And that one
2
was
coming
weird.
up.
Hold on, I wanted the very important point I wanted to make about because they're going on Oasis in December.
Yeah. Tell us about the live music because that's our jam. We love live music.
I was still on the freestyle machine.
It's my life, Laura.
All right,
I
well,
was just
circle
going to say
back.
that the freestyle machine, though, our kids walked around with these cups, and the only place on Royal where there is that freestyle machine is there's one in Sorrento's, there's 2 up in the Windjammer, which is the buffet,
Yeah.
and then there's like one on the pool deck. Like that's the only places that those freestyle
I don't
machines
know where.
are.
No, it's not.
Wasn't there one by the coffee shop?
Their barbecue. Sorry.
That's the one at Sorrento's. It's across
okay.
the way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. But they're like they
There's a
advertise it.
handful of them.
Yeah, but they advertise it like they're everywhere,
But
and
they're easy
not.
to get to.
No,
It's not,
well,
there's
we were-
not one every
But you
corner.
can take this cup that I'm pointing to way off the screen over there because I feel like you're all just in my living room with me right now, or my dining room, or wherever we are. You're all just everybody just come on over. Let's go sit. Let's go light a fire in the
Well,
back.
you know,
Hang out.
we were on Harmony, so it's like it sounds like it's laid out the same way as the
Exactly.
Oasis.
Exactly.
But you had to find those machines, but once you find them, you're good. And then they run out too, because there's so many people using them. I ran into that issue a few
We
times.
didn't run into that issue, so
No.
that's interesting. Yeah.
How about chips? The chips being defective?
No.
and
No,
you
no.
have to
We
get a
didn't
new
run into
glass.
this issue at all. As a matter of fact,
Good night. Have luggage. Will travel. We will
Good night,
catch up with you
guys.
guys.
We know you
tomorrow
guys
night.
have,
They're live tomorrow night.
live tomorrow night, have luggage will
We will
travel.
catch up with them.
They've been traveling a lot lately. They're a little tired. So the chip in the bottom, when you put it on, it actually comes up on the bottom screen because it's a touch screen, and it actually says how long your chip is available till. So if you're
Yeah.
on a back-to-back,
Oh yeah. You
Good
need a new
tip.
cup. You need a new
if you're on a
cup.
back-to, no, you don't need a new cup. They're good for like 30 days.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
it's not actually like the 7 days that you're on. I think they do it month to month.
Hi Cindy.
so
Thank you for joining
That's
us.
just
I've
a little
time.
tip.
Yes.
And
Hey,
you know-
Cindy brings a really good point about the El Loco Fresh. That was not on Royal Caribbean when we last sailed.
No,
That was not an option.
Amplified chips. Yes.
Yes. So we're really excited about.
You guys
You
are
know.
going to be very happy. With
Yeah,
that.
I think it's gonna really tip the scale some, especially if the internet, if they get that, what do they call that? The internet, the new one, the
Darling.
Starlink.
Starlink,
That's a game
yeah,
changer for me.
very
That's
Geeks
a game
over here. Geeks in the house.
She's not working on this group cruise though. I got news
No.
for her.
But on the we were able to cruise so often because I have to work on the ship, and
Well, no,
that's
but we're live streaming
is
like all the
game
time
changer.
because we're all going to be
Well, I just want to add too, like we're like comparing and contrasting and adding and whatever, but like I think it all comes down to the deal. For me, it all comes down for the deal. If I can get a great deal on a Carnival ship, I'm going. If I can get a great deal on
Yes.
a royal ship, I'm going. If I can get a great deal on a Norwegian ship, I'm going. For me, it all comes down to that, like that value, that vacation, and cruising in general. To me, is just such an inclusive. I'm not going to say all inclusive because there's different things you have to do, but an inclusive vacation. And then when you add in friends and family and whatever, oh, it just like it tips the scale.
Yeah.
So, people always say that Carnival is so much more affordable than Royal. And really, I mean, if you're looking apples to apples, I was kind of looking at it earlier to see, like, I mean, how much more expensive is Royal than Carnival? And we have on our October Dream sailing, we're going to Half Moon Cay. And then on our December sailing, we're going to Coco Cay. I call it Cay because it rhymes with perfect day. All right, so I thank you. So I'm sticking.
Yeah.
So Coco Cay and I know that that's not apples to apples because Coco Cay is like an amusement park and Half Moon Cay is just a beautiful beach. But I looked at renting a cabana, okay, a 4-person cabana. Just the cabana for Carnival was $400. Just cabana at Coco Cay, Coco Cay was $1,000. So that doesn't count the water park. That doesn't count anything other than cabana. So cabana to cabana, apples to apples.
Well, a lot of the cabanas on Royal do include other things. So a lot of times, like, they're not just the cabana. Like, it's hard to get just the cabana. So that said, it may have come with other things, but I don't disagree with you at all.
But the drink package works there.
Oh,
yes.
And Coco Cay.
Drink package,
so there's that.
Depending on the cabanas at Royal, if you're on Coco Cay, if you get the cabana that's over the water, it includes the beach club, which is like lobster tail and filet mignon.
Yeah.
If you get the cabana that's at the water park, that includes all your water park passes. So a lot of times with Royal, so again, it depends on what you want.
Yeah.
But I totally agree with you because I'm like completely candid. We have talked about this and I have done all the pricing and everything else. I would get a cabana with Carnival on Half Moon Cay, but I don't know. I would get one on Royal if I had enough people because Royal's also like it's regardless, it's like up to 8 to 12 people.
Yeah.
So if you have 8 to 12 people to split the cost with,
and Carnival it's only 4
per person, it's probably worth it for the value that you're getting versus Carnival. So again, it's what you're going, it's breaking it down.
Eddie Lugo has a question. He wants to know what El Loco is. El Loco is El Loco Fresh. On the Amplified Royal Caribbean ships, it is a Mexican style restaurant which has things like tacos, burritos, and it's very similar to the Blue Iguana on Carnival.
So Brian, you've eaten at both, right?
Yes.
Laura, this is in honor of you. I haven't been able to pick it up yet because it's so full. But cheers. This is cheers to a martini that we're going to have together very soon.
Ma'am, I'm really looking forward to that. So Brian, if you had to give the edge to El Loco or Blue Iguana, where would you, if you have to?
They're very, very, very close. However,
not to me.
If I tip the scale,
hands down, I
have to tip the scale.
Let's vote.
I tip the scale towards Blue Iguana only because of breakfast.
Okay. Eddie and Laura, you guys have a preference?
We haven't tried El Loco yet, so I can't.
All right. I am hands down 1,000,000%, 100% over and over again, Blue Iguana. Love Blue Iguana. I would eat their breakfast, lunch, and dinner if I could. I think they're fantastic.
Okay, so the breakfast burritos, am I right to tell you that those little crunchy potatoes make it?
Oh my God. They're so good. Like, I dream about them when I'm not on it. So good. But I'll say this. This is a true story. No lie. We were at the pool. It's on our last, the videos that we're vlogging now. And Brian says he's going to go down with the boys to a local fresh and get some, and I was like, just get me something, you know what I like.
This is another time I got in trouble.
Yeah, for real, because I'm like, just get me something, you know what I like. He knows what I like. So he goes down there. He comes back with this pre-made, rewarmed,
It's not
no,
real.
it was pre-made, rewarmed crap of a burrito that would have been sitting under the warmer for probably an hour. And I'm like, dude, you know what? Thank you,
All right.
but no thank you. I don't
He
want
went to 7-Eleven.
Okay, I can one up you on this.
But Maura, hold on. Because I said to him, thanks, but no thanks. He's like, that's all they had. That's all I had. I went down like a day or two later because I was like, I hadn't been down there yet because the ship is so massive, whatever. I get down there and I'm like, are you kidding me? They do have everything under the sun. So my opinion may be biased because I didn't truly experience El Loco Fresh. I had Brian's version of the pre-warmed burrito.
Because she
under the
expected somebody
warmer.
who's not a foodie, eats off the kids menu, tried to get her.
But
her
I
lunch.
do love blue iguana. I'm sorry. So
Okay, no, I can one up you though on the blue iguana
Okay.
thing because this, and I mean this so sincerely. He is like one of the smartest men I know. Okay, he is so smart in a million
Here
ways.
comes the insult.
However,
I was waiting for it to.
when it comes to blue iguana, they have
You don't
what,
know how
10
many
toppings? They have 10 toppings. Let me get both of my hands in here. 10 toppings, 10. Okay, if that. And he can't remember.
You need a full.
I have to write it. He won't go there to get our burritos. I have to go. He just won't even go because he doesn't want to screw it up. So I have to like literally like either text to him exactly the 6 items of the 10 to get, or just go myself. So I end up going myself.
I know,
how
but
hard is like salsa, cheese, sour cream, and
I'm already lost.
and-
That's
and
enough.
And
I can't.
pico.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
The
Like
human
that's
brain-
what everybody wants.
No, the whole human brain can only hold 3 things.
Yeah. But hey, I run and get her everything else.
He does.
You get 4
Yeah.
and
He
it's
gets all my drinks for me. But I'm working.
Your guy
I'm
for
working.
she's working on
Yeah.
drinking,
Well, that's
and I'm running.
Well, Laura,
getting
listen, you and
When-
me, we're gonna hang.
We have. Hold on.
We
have.
got the burritos
All right.
as long as they got the drinks.
Children. You can argue later over your martinis. We have some other comments here. We have Destination Fun. So thank you for joining us, Destination Fun. They said they went to Wonderland last night. Ooh, are you on a ship right now?
Ooh, what do you want? Wonderland.
And-
Wonderland. It's got to be
You're an Oasis.
Yeah.
Harmony
Symphony, Harmony, Wonder.
or Wonder. Yeah. So what
Because
should we
Oasis
want?
and Allure do not have Wonderland yet.
No, I missed that on
Wonder.
Wonder. I wish Oasis had Wonderland.
But Wonderland.
I thought they said something about Oasis.
Yeah, but I think
earlier.
it was. I think
It's
it was
an Oasis
somebody
class.
else.
It's an Oasis Class ship, so
Wow.
it's kind of like they have like the Class ships, but like the
Oh, they're
Quantum
on
Class
Ovation.
ships.
Oh, Ovation.
Oh, Ovation.
Oh.
Ovation.
Also on the Quantum class. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. They said that earlier. They scrolled. I went right past them. I'm sorry. They did say that they were on Ovation.
I'm reading. See,
Well, no, we'll
See
get
what?
there.
okay.
But yes, they're on Ovation. So Wonderland is a very, very cool restaurant. That is totally not my style. It's about trying new things. And I don't
Can't
like
wait
to
to
try
go
new
there.
things. Julie likes to try new things, and I like chicken nuggets. So,
True.
love mac and cheese too.
You know, the thing too with us with Carnival is we're kind of doing like a mad dash to hit platinum,
Mm-hmm.
and once we hit platinum, we're gonna
We're
spread
gonna
out.
attack another cruise line and get whatever their platinum level status is. I'm serious.
That's
Like, and then by the time we retire, which
So-
Is it
10
because you
years
want your
from now?
laundry done?
yeah, 2.5.
we're gonna, well, he's 2.5, but 10 years from now, we're gonna be like their platinum level on multiple cruise lines and just get all the deals and sit back and get all the perks. That's the plan.
So that was on my list before we talked or whatever, and like I had my little like jot down list of things we were going to talk about, and you know I
Hold
kind
on,
of always
we haven't
I-
heard a request.
I always go with the flow, and we just go with the flow of the conversation. But that was actually on my list to talk about. So we said we're going to talk about Carnival, Royal, and Norwegian, what we like, what we don't like, what we're looking forward to, what we haven't experienced yet, what we have experienced, and whatever. And that's one of the things that I said. Like I think that sometimes it really doesn't matter about the line and what they offer as much as kind of like what your preference is or what you do gravitate more toward. And then once you start getting those like incentive points or those loyalty points, because once you start getting your Carnival points, your Royal points, your Norwegian points, then you start getting amenities that make it worthwhile to go back to those lines.
Well,
So we you joke all the time and you say we're non-discriminatory cruisers, which we
We
are.
love
We
everyone.
love all lines.
We do too.
In the beginning that you've been on Celebrity, we haven't been on Celebrity. We'll
I
have
can't
to talk
wait,
about that
though.
off camera.
I
Oh
wanna
my God, I love it.
Edge where it has the
I
restaurant
really
on the
wanted to
side.
be edged. And the
We
edge
do too.
it's like, yeah.
Yes.
That's what we had that booked. We had an Edge class booked in March,
Yeah.
but then when we looked to move and do September, August, September, October, there was no Edge class. I think they go to Europe that time of year and
Yeah.
sail Europe.
Oh, well, I guess we'll have to go to Europe.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, darn.
listen, that better be a group cruise, and we will sign up first. I
Let's,
promise.
let's do it. We'll talk.
Well, hold on.
Seriously.
Let's hit a couple things in the chat real quick. Eddie
Okay.
Lugo pointed out the fact that Destination Fun is at 82 subscribers, and they need
Good point.
Oh,
to get to 100.
I'm subscribing right now.
And we have
Let me.
currently
I'm logged in on my own
19 in the
personal
chat,
account,
so
we'll see.
I want to see that Destination Fun get to 101 while we're here. We will hit up a few other comments. I want to hit back to Cindy. Cindy mentioned because we were talking about Coco K.
I should be logged in from our personal account. But let's just do that.
So Seaglay Media says Overwater Cabana is the bomb. Highly recommend if you go to Coco Gay on an Oasis Class ship. Cabanas are more expensive. If you are on a smaller ship, the price is lower per the menu. That's very interesting. We had some really good conversations with some of the staff when we were at Coco Key last time, and
Oh, they definitely adjust the prices.
Oh, absolutely.
Depending on what you're on. Yeah.
totally, that's very, very, very definitely true.
You do that with the drink package too with Carnival
Oh,
That's
yeah.
or Royal.
Mention,
Yes, for
take,
Royal. Yes.
take advantage of those deals. So Black Friday is a huge one, right? So Black Friday rolls
Yeah.
around. There's great Black Friday deals. There was just Labor Day deals. There's Memorial Day deals. There's surprise, we're having a deal.
Second Tuesday of the month deal.
Yeah.
That's a celebrity told us to don't book the drink package and wait till it goes on sale when we did this.
And when we
Well,
booked our Celebrity cruise, Black Friday, we got a Black Friday deal on Celebrity. That's why we booked
The
that
cruise
first
we were
one.
on, the cruise we did back
Yeah.
in March. But the one we just booked for when is that?
That's in
September 30th.
Yeah.
Is they said don't do the drink package yet. Wait till it goes on sale.
Mhm.
They told us that on the phone.
Mhm.
You know, so same company. And the thing too, guys, the Royal Celebrity reminds me so much of Royal.
Yes.
It's
Only the food is next level.
but everything else
Yeah.
really reminds me of Royal. It's like Royal without all the crazy rock wall and zip lines
Yeah.
and slides, and it's not for kids, so but it reminds me so much of that because we like Royal.
Mhm.
We didn't stop going to Royal because we had a bad experience or didn't
Mhm.
like it. We loved it. Our last cruise, we absolutely loved it, but we wanted to try to. I wanted to go out of New Orleans. I'm trying to hit as much United States as I can because I've only been traveling since 2017.
It comes down to the deal. It comes down to the location. It comes down to what works for you. Because even if you can't get the best deal on the ship, maybe you can get a better deal versus having to fly there or whatever else.
Well,
There's so
we
many
wanted New Orleans, and
Well-
Carnival did New Orleans, and Royal didn't. So we booked New Orleans. Plus, one of my buddies loves Carnival, and he kept telling me, "Man, you're gonna love it. You'll love it. You'll love it." And I wasn't really listening to him because I was listening to what Laura was.
I was
told.
loyal to Royal. Like I wouldn't even. I was. I've done like
I'm
I
loyal
don't
to
know
the
between
best deal.
7 and 10 cruises on Royal. And when somebody would say Carnival, I was just like, I was picturing college kids throwing up in the hot tub, like the wildness that you hear, and it was nothing like
I remember.
that.
I remember when we got to Cozumel. I believe it was Cozumel, and we're on the Oasis of the Seas or Harmony of the Seas, and it's absolutely huge, and it's way bigger than this Carnival ship that's next to us. But they are having a party on the Carnival ship, and I'm like, it's all blue and red and festive. I'm like,
And everybody was out there dancing, and the music was pumping. And then when we walked by their ship, like the fun squad was outside on the walkway, and they were all dancing, having fun. And I looked at him, and I was like, that looks like fun.
yeah. When we pulled up, it's like we looked at all of us. We're out. No one.
We're like,
yeah, and
You
these
know?
guys are like, woo!
Yeah,
Everybody's
I was
having a
like-
riot.
I kind of want to go party with them.
But yeah, so we rolled the dice and booked that one for New Orleans on July of 2020, and then COVID hit, And then we had cruise credit. So we looked out into the future and said, okay, well, we'll do our 5th wedding anniversary in January 2022. And then Carnival got their hooks in us, man. They started sending us emails with all these awesome deals because they're trying to get everybody back to sailing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we got like kind of sucked into to Carnival. And after we did 5 cruises, we looked at each other and said, we might as well keep going and try to hit platinum, right? So we will hit platinum on the family.
On the family reunion group cruise. That's when we hit platinum.
Yeah, because we'll be in Alaska May 2nd, and then we go on the family reunion group cruise on the 20th. But and then so we have cruises coming up with you guys, 3 with you guys. The vlogger cruise on Norwegian. We're doing Oasis before that.
I'm just so glad that you guys volunteered to babysit our 3 kids for all 3.
Absolutely.
That's so nice of you guys. I mean, I don't know. Like,
I'll teach them some bad habits, but they're good life skills.
Oh, they got
life skills. Yeah.
So Mark the Shark has joined us. So Mark,
you want to meet our 6 kids first, and then you can see if.
So hey, is anybody in the chat? Are you going on the celebration in November, the week of Thanksgiving, or are you going on the vlogger? I know Kathy's going on the vlogger with us, but is anybody? I know Cruise Nuts is going to be there, but is anybody else going to be there with us?
So as they start talking their responses up real quick, I was going to say that we started talking about this earlier, and I was going to mention it, and then we got sidetracked. We started whatever.
This chat has totally gone off the rails.
It's the best. No, but so we went on a Thanksgiving cruise this was the one when Brian was 18 months old, and I got to tell you, it was so close, and this was a November cruise, so it was a Thanksgiving cruise. It was so close to Christmas that it just threw us off so much. And Christmas, but last year we went on December 26th, which was the day after Christmas, and we had fully planned for it. We were ready for it. After Christmas for us was so much better than even a month before Christmas, because the month before Christmas was just, at least with we're talking 7, 8, and 11. So
we were on a Carnival ship during December last year, and it was weird being on a cruise ship decorated for Christmas.
Yeah.
And it's kind of odd being on one decorated for Halloween as well. We did both of those.
But our kids are grown for the most part. We have a 15-year-old. That's our youngest. But other than that, like all of our kids are over 21 and grown, and we have 6 kids.
We have 2 over 30.
Yeah, so God, we just aged ourselves. Let me get my cane while I finish this sentence here.
There goes.
But so they all have, like, they're married and they have other. So to avoid them having to pick between, do we go to dad's or do we go to so and so's mom's house for Thanksgiving? We're just going to go on a cruise, and y'all do what you do, and we'll take that pressure away from you.
Yeah.
And I don't have to cook nothing.
Yeah, because we used to go to Lions game on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And then she'd have to cook a bunch of stuff before, like early in the morning. We go down to Detroit, go to Lions game, come home after Lions game, and then she's got to get all the dinner together. Yeah. And then the kids swing in, they're like, eat, and they're like, well, we got to run. And then
and then they got to go to the other person's house. And I'm like, that's a lot of work on me. Why don't I just go on a cruise and then I get pampered?
Absolutely.
Right. Eddie Lugo is reminding us that his birthday is January 20th. So anybody who's going.
Oh, Eddie. Hey, can I say something about Eddie real quick?
Eddie, will you be celebrating your 21st birthday on the cruise?
Yeah, Eddie Lugo.
21 shots on the cruise. Is that what we're doing? Is that the plan?
So Eddie Lugo and Alice are our guests on our Tuesday live. And if anybody in the chat is not already subscribed to them, let me just tell you why you should. Number 1, they are the nicest people in the world. Number 2, they support everybody. They're in every live. They comment. They're just the nicest people in the world. If you are not subscribed to Eddie Lugo Studios, please go do that right now. You will not regret it.
You got a special place in heaven.
Yes.
But then come back, because we're going to answer.
Then come right back, because we're not.
Come right back, because we're going to answer Laura's question about entertainment on Oasis that we talked about 20 minutes ago.
Yes, hurry up. Hurry up, and we'll wait for you.
All right. back?
Yeah.
All
All right, we'll assume they're back. All right. So Laura wanted to know about. So I really like my favorite entertainment on Oasis. So entertainment, Oasis versus Carnival, and I know we're going like well over an hour. So I apologize for everybody who thought we were going to be off in an hour. Like, too bad you're still here. But I absolutely love like the main entertainment on when we were last on the Carnival Magic. I like the theater setup. I like the tables. I like the setup.
Oh, the theater setup of Carnival is
It's
so much better than Royal.
100%.
The theater, like I love how they have the little tables and they have like your cup holders and they have whatever. Like you feel like you're going for a show, and whether or not you're having a cocktail
Now,
or not or
that
whatever,
said,
you just feel like you're just
but
in
that-
this
that-
comfy little zone.
Right, but that main theater environment. But if you look at like the comedy clubs where they do the comedy shows on Royal versus Carnival, nearly identical, like almost exactly,
Yeah,
nearly, a little bit different. Granted,
Depending on the ship is the size, but yeah.
granted, you didn't lose your phone on Carnival. You only lost your phone on Royal.
No, I lost my phone on Carnival. Yes, it was on Magic.
Yes, you're right. I apologize. But
What's your point?
I don't know. But nearly identical setups. They're now on Royal. One of the things that we loved was the guitar guy in the pub. So Globe and Atlas on Oasis.
Okay.
I love pubs.
Oh, the pubs are
I
awesome.
do too. I love them.
The pubs are fantastic. And for those of you, now we are typically, usually, now it is after 9 p.m., after 10 p.m. So the kids are not on the show. But those shows are not 100% kid friendly.
Mhm.
So we do talk about cruising with kids. So for those of you watching the replay, hi Sean, because you said you're going to watch the replay. Probably not all hour and half of it, but
It's not that bad though. I mean, like
it's less than. It's
Whatever.
not PG.
Anyway,
But neither.
I worry more about the comedy shows than anything else.
Truth.
Mhm.
But we also, I mean, our go-to almost every night on a Royal Caribbean ship is we spend our time in the schooner bar, the piano bar. We end up there
I think we're
almost every
split.
night.
I think we're split between the schooner bar and the pub.
We
I
usually
mean,
get
50-50 because I love
Laura and I, we lived in the pub
Yes.
on Harmony.
Yes.
That's where we were the whole time. That was our like meeting place
yeah.
with Taylor and her boyfriend. We would meet there, and we'd sit in those like the couch that faced out in the promenade right there in the very front. We would get that. So we were sitting people
Yes.
watching.
We were like in the king and the queen chair, and we would like people watch.
Yeah,
But that's the one thing that bugged me about the promenade was I can't see the ocean.
yeah.
I need windows. I want to see the water.
You really feel like you're in a mall.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what, and we get. That's our problem, and we're trying to break it.
We're trying to break it.
We get
We are.
we get sucked into going to the same place over and over,
Yes.
and that becomes like our central
Yep.
meeting place that we keep gravitating to. So that's like the center of our universe on a cruise ship.
We're
And
breaking it
we
on
want
the Oasis.
we're gonna stop that doing that on the
Yes.
Dream
Yeah.
on our next
that
cruise
too.
in 19 days.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get different habits. So
the one venue that was so on Harmony it's called Dazzles, and on Oasis it's the Amplified Music Hall. And Eddie, I think it's really right up your alley. I mean, on our ship it was what was it? The tribute band on where the guy broke his leg.
That was.
That's
I can't-
a story for a different time.
You've seen our last vlog. There were so many things that happened on our last ship, and we're like, oh, we have so many stories to tell you. Yeah, that's why.
But they have
It was not Van Halen, not
Metallica.
Metallica.
Metallica?
Was it Metallica?
They played a lot of Metallica songs.
I think it was Metallica tribute band.
Yeah.
well, when we were on Harmony, all they had was the guys playing guitar in the pub.
Yes.
And you had the piano guy, and you had like a barbershop quartet.
Yes.
And
we were like, what is this?
yeah, and
So hopefully, like we are we love all kinds of music. We anything rock, anything, top 40, even a little country, more him than me.
R&B.
R&B, like any kind of music, we're all about it. 70s, 80s,
And
90s.
our R&B goes from the 70s all the way up to the 2000s.
But when you got a barbershop quartet, you lost me.
Yeah. So, but that was our only knock on Royal as far as entertainment.
And then when we got on Carnival and they had like the Magic Rock Band and they were playing like all 90s rock, I was like, oh my God, like I sat there for freaking hours. I had such a blast.
The other thing too, we can't really fairly judge Royal because we had like high winds. The weather was great, but the winds were up. So
they couldn't do the aqua shows.
No aqua show, no zip line,
none of that.
No rock climbing. I tried.
The aqua show is amazing.
Yeah. So we know we're not being fair. Truly fair, because the opportunities for some of the things that they do really, really well weren't there for us. So we're really excited to reevaluate.
It was so windy, you didn't even want to be up on the Lido deck. It was so windy. It was like it was a crazy week.
And the other negative that you guys have about cruising on Royal is you haven't cruised with us yet.
That is very true.
There you go.
I mean, that's like number one.
Well, and we were. When we were in Royal, we were more reserved as far as we weren't as outgoing with people around us and stuff. And after when we got in Carnival, if you don't do it, they're going to do it to you.
Right.
So the guests tend to be more like, "Hey, buddy, where you from? You talk funny." It's like, and hey, what's that?
Nobody ever said that to me.
Hey, what's that furry thing you got there, fella?
And like I mentioned earlier, when you're doing cruise vlogs, you're a different cruiser than what you were beforehand. Yeah. So it makes you go do things for content. You're more adventurous. You're talking to people. You're really putting yourself out there. And we've all been doing it for like almost a year or more now. So I think we're just far more outgoing.
When you're
we were before.
But we weren't shy before.
Viewers versus just experiencing it yourself.
Yes.
Which is not a negative for anybody watching this who's not a vlogger. They're like, oh, well, why aren't you just being in the moment, enjoying your own whatever? No, for me, it's absolutely the opposite. It's like, you know what? Like I think about what I'm going to bring and what we can do and what I can edit and how I'm going to bring this. So, and then I experienced it again and again and again.
Great idea from Destination Fun. They just said, let's take all the things from Royal and Carnival that we love and combine them and make their own point.
That is brilliant.
It looks like they just offered. So thank you so much to Destination Fun.
And Destination Fun
to buy a cruise ship for How We Cruise and Huddle Adventures.
Yes.
We're so appreciative of that. That's even better than any super.
And we can call it How We Huddle.
So appreciative.
How We Huddle.
You hear that? We'll call it How We Huddle.
How we huddle.
That's awesome.
I love it.
I love it.
I think it's can we do a group cruise? How we huddle?
Yes, we need to.
Yes,
It needs to be the Mediterranean one over there in Europe.
Yes, how we huddle.
How we huddle our heinies to the Mediterranean.
There you go.
In all seriousness, we cannot wait to cruise with you guys. We're going to cruise with you guys 3 times in a short amount of time. And the content that's going to come out of that, first of all.
That's going to be crazy.
All the bartenders are going to quit. That's
no. Hey, we're heavy tippers. We tip those bartenders on the first night. We're like, bam.
Brian, I had my blue collar, but had those guys, those celebrity martini bar guys. They love me.
Oh yeah, they loved us.
Day one, they loved me.
We had so much fun.
They were going from one end of the cruise ship to the other, bringing bottles of beer just for me because I was the only one drinking beer there.
We were talking about that earlier today on one of our servers that we had on Oasis that we really, really enjoyed. One of the beers that I liked was not available at the one bar, so he made sure that he found it and made sure it was.
They take care of you. You take care of them, they take care of you.
Probably a little over plentiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we really liked it, and like I said, we're really excited to get to sail with Royal again. And so we get kind of tunnel vision, like when we get on a goal or a mission, we get like just sucked into it. And we were so hell-bent on getting to platinum
Mhm.
that we weren't even considering anything. And then the vlogger popped up. We're like, well, we got to do that. We have to do that.
We've
Actually,
so apologies
actually-
to Norwegian. We have totally ignored Norwegian tonight.
Yeah, we really have, yeah. But we've never sailed, so we can't speak to it.
well,
You guys got to.
I can tell you this. I know that Jason from EECC, he said that him
did,
and
yeah.
Elisa, their favorite cruise
That's their
line
favorite
is
line, yeah.
Norwegian.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons is the live bands, the live music, the shows, and
I have
they're on
multiple
that,
family
yes.
members whose favorite lines are Norwegian, and they just absolutely love them. And we love Norwegian. I love Norwegian, but we have had. I think we need to save this for another. We'll talk about this
Yes.
on another whatever.
I'm gonna have to steal this idea from you because Eddie Lugo just said I love Norwegian Cruise Line and he's gonna be on our live on Tuesday. So do I have your permission to dig deeper into that?
We're there.
All right. We're gonna
Yep.
steal that idea from you
Got
and we're
it.
gonna talk about that, Eddie. So Eddie and Alice, we're gonna
Lauren,
need to
there's
prep
no
your
stealing here.
Norwegian.
We are all one community and we are whatever. So I cannot wait. We are going to be there and cannot wait to hear that conversation.
We're gonna pick we'll
Yes.
pick the Lugo brains.
Oh yeah, we
Yes.
definitely want to hear more about that.
But can before, because I know we're starting, we got to
We're
probably
we're
start
totally
to be
doing
understand.
that.
But
Yeah, we gotta
before we
wrap
go,
up.
can we just talk about? Okay, so we talked a little about, but let's talk about the vloggers cruise that we're going to be on because that's coming up in January, and there are so many people that are going to be on that cruise. It's going to be on the Norwegian Breakaway, which I have not been on, but I have had again multiple friends and family that have been on that ship, and they all love that ship. We were supposed to be on that ship, but not supposed to be on the ship. That's another story again.
That's a horse of a different color.
Again, we're not going to open that can of worms. So excited. I cannot wait for multiple reasons. One, to be on Norwegian because A, that's just really cool. B, I mean, let's just talk about all the people that are going to be on that cruise. There are
It's gonna be crazy.
multiple bloggers. There are multiple supporters. There are multiple other creators that are going to be on that cruise. Like, how fun. I swear we are going to break the internet.
I think we are, but I'll be honest with you. I think it's going to be pretty. It's gotten so big. I think that any kind of I don't think there'll be a whole lot of structured events, merely because of the size of everything.
It's okay
think-
though. You
I'm
know,
okay with that.
one of the things we love
And
about
that's
cruising.
the difference between a big group cruise and like what we kind of are like, at least our group cruise is a smaller group cruise, right? We're talking 10 to 20 cabins.
Yeah, we don't know
Our
how
group
many.
cruise for Oasis.
We don't know really how many are in the vlogger cruise
Oh.
because we don't know if everybody that's in that Facebook group, if they're all on the cruise or not. I don't know, but there's like 700 in that
I don't
group.
Yeah.
know.
Well,
There's
I was counting, but I ran out of fingers and toes. So.
You know,
there
cruise
are like
lines
7 or
Yeah, Cruise Nuts had a list, and there's like 75 vloggers or 75 channels approximately going on it. You guys are booked through Sharon, right?
we
Yep.
are.
and we're booked
All right.
through Sharon,
So-
so maybe Sharon will do something with us.
Well, no, Sharon is doing stuff. There's
Yeah.
she's doing some. She'll be doing some group stuff,
Yeah.
and that'll be pretty cool because we'll get to actually meet some of these big channels, but they're going to get swarmed by
Mhm.
everybody.
Yeah,
So-
and
I learned so much about group, and so no, Brian and I did not. Again, in the beginning of this whole vlog here tonight, this whole live here tonight, we kind of mentioned that a year ago we didn't plan for this past year to turn into
No.
what it was, but now
Yeah.
we
It's
are
so
travel
awesome
agents and
that
we
it
are
has.
whatever. And now that we are travel agents now, and we have, we did do a group cruise before, and we are doing more group cruises, both as our own hosts, but as joining other people's. I'm learning more and more and more and more and more every day about how all this works, and it's so interesting. It is so interesting about how they come together and then whatever. So that said, I can't wait to be both participant and host.
I think that I'm making this up, but I think a good 80% of the participants are going to be vloggers, and probably 20% will be fans, and that's not cool.
I don't think so. Not on this one.
Man, there's so many vloggers going.
No, we just said about 75 vloggers, and there's 700 people in that group. So it's like it's 10 to 1.
Maybe.
Listen, these big channels go to their lives and watch their numbers. Sharon at Sea consistently pulls 250 viewers and their lives, and almost everyone that's commenting, they're not vloggers. Vloggers are in the minority in those lives. Go to Pair DJ, 1,000 people are in their lives, and their fans chase after them like the Beatles. And I know it sounds silly, but that's why the big channels are so stand.
That happens to us. People stop us everywhere. I mean,
they're gonna go running. They can't get the Pair DJ, and then they're gonna turn around and look, and we're gonna be like Brian's gas station burrito for Julie, and that's what we're gonna be. And
you know what?
For all 14 of you that are still here, I am more than happy to sign a T-shirt for you.
And listen, our burrito bar has 10 toppings.
And the guy's going to go, honey, I got some vloggers. And then you here, meet these guys. And we're going, oh, those are gas station burritos. I want the real thing. Where's the Pair DJ? Where's the Sharon at Sea? That's what I want.
And you know what? That doesn't hurt my feelings at all.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I tell you,
we do this because we love it. We love
one of my favorite times,
and not because we
and I do want to try to wrap up, but one of my favorite times that has happened in the last year is we were in Half Moon Cake.
Yeah.
And 100% total transparency, we're walking into the bathroom with the kids, and the guy at the urinal next to me says, "Hey, you're Brian from How We Cruise." And I'm like, that's a very awkward time for you to recognize me, but
it's crazy the first time that happened.
But the funniest part was he comes out of the bathroom like, "Oh, you're not believe what just happened." I was recognized, and I'm like,
I was the same way when it happened for the first time with us. I was like shocked.
He was in line at Guy's Burgers.
It shocked me to the point. I got burgers in both hands, and I hear a lady go, "Hey, you're Eddie," and I go, and I look over, and she goes, "You're from Huddle Adventures." I'm like, "Yeah, hi." And she goes, "Hi." And then I turned and ran away with my burgers.
He didn't know what to say.
I bring her autograph. I go, "Honey, someone just recognized me in here." And this is in December, and we didn't hardly have any subscribers at all. And I was like, never expected that to happen. And just on our last cruise on a Magic, we were recognized multiple times. And it's just.
Well, he was. Nobody recognizes me, and I'm all right with that.
Well, that's because you're not here right now.
I'm not here right now, right?
Yeah, I did my first news live today at 6:00, and that was kind of scary going solo without Laura, So yeah, so
You did good.
It was kind of
awesome.
You did
a little
awesome.
nervous, but yeah, that was it's just. Like we said before, I do the vlogs, on my lunch break and stuff like that. And this is where she works,
Yeah, my job is so busy. I can't do it like he can.
We're in her office right now.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to turn this into a studio behind us. We've got some plans for
but I'm in her
walls. Yeah, but yeah, so that's why when you see me doing it, I'm either in my Bronco or at lunchtime, or I'm in my little guitar workshop in the basement. So that's where I've been doing it from.
When we came on tonight, I did say to Brian, I was like, I'm going to step aside, and you say, "Hey guys, Brian's here. Julie's not here right now." And he wouldn't do it.
Oh, that would have been awesome. Yeah, we got people imitating that now.
Yeah,
that's
people
cool.
keep sending us videos where they're doing it. It's really funny.
That's why we put the hashtag Laura's in here right now on the back of the shirts.
Right,
I think it's funny because whenever he said Laura's not here right now, he always looks around like I'm under the table or something.
Meg, you got to get on the camera.
Yes, Meg.
We're gonna get
Meg,
Meg
you are.
Come on,
Well, first
Meg.
of all,
We want you on camera, please.
Meg.
Meg Fun Time.
Meg, will you come on with us?
Yeah, Meg, for about 13 years, I hid from every kind of camera. You can find photos for me. It looked like I was in witness protection between ages 32 and 45.
Hide from me. I try to follow them. I'm like, hi, and they're like, no, we don't want to look at you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you really should get on.
Wow, I just clicked for chat. Good for that. That was awesome. Hey, Eddie, I'll be ready to split the screen with you if I don't even.
All right.
Oh my God. Well, hey, listen, we've kept all of you for 92 minutes, and we appreciate
Yeah.
all 14 of you that are still here. Please use the live chat discount on our spring store, and we'd love to.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much for coming on. We love you guys so much.
Thanks for wearing the Huddle
Yes,
Adventures
thank
gear.
you.
You know, and the old logo wins, man. We tried switching up
Yeah.
the logo, and everyone
Everybody
likes
wants
the
the
old
old
logo.
one.
So we're gonna keep the new one as an option, but we're gonna the old logo will be our standard logo.
We love it all. We love it both.
Yeah.
And
Everybody, make sure that you subscribe to Eddie Lugo Studios and come
Yeah.
join us.
And
on
how's
Tuesday.
Destination Fun doing? We said we were going to try and get them up.
Yeah,
Make
yeah.
sure you
I'm already subscribed to
Right
Make
that.
sure you subscribe
Well,
to Meg's
you
Fun
guys
Time
know.
too.
seriously,
We gotta get Meg to
Love
get
you
on
guys.
camera.
cannot wait to cruise with you guys. We really
Yes.
do vibe with you guys. You guys are awesome.
You guys are awesome.
We are looking forward to it. Guys, stay tuned for lots more fun. Do we know what destination fun is at?
They're at 87. So they got 5.
Okay,
They got
come on,
5.
guys. I am going to check in tomorrow morning when I
I was
wake up.
already a
Back
subscriber.
to see
Hey, Destinations
numbers.
Fun. Join us on Tuesday. We'll promote you again, and we'll see if we can get more.
Definitely.
We will be
people
there.
subscribed to you.
Cruise Nuts, thank you so much for logging
Are we-
in.
are we-
Meg,
are you-
thank
are we
you so
doing-
much for
are you-
being
are you
here.
Meg is awesome.
Oh, this Thursday, yeah. Well, I have to double check, but yes,
All
we should
right.
be. Because
So
every other night or
for the remaining 12 of you that are
every
still
other
here,
week.
join Huddle Adventures on Tuesday night. We will be back here next Sunday night, and God willing, you will have the mothership.
The mothership.
Julie's
Every other Thursday, we are going to do us and me and have luggage.
have luggage.
Me and Amanda.
and
Julie
any
and
other-
Amanda.
and any of their moms that we can get to join you.
Yes, absolutely.
talk about
I actually think we
cruising
have a
with
real,
kids.
we have a few very Stop.
Mhm.
So we want to talk about cruising with kids, cruising with families, and those really hot topics that are kind of difficult to answer any other way. So anyway, that's coming up. And if you have not already looked into a group cruise and you're considering a group cruise, we have. Let's talk about like what we got coming up. We are doing Oasis of the Seas June 23rd, 2023 out of Bayonne. Hit us up with an email. We have some howicruise@gmail.com. We still have some really good balconies available at a really good rate. We have Luggage Will Travel is doing the family reunion group cruise coming up in May 20th of 2023 on Celebration,
Mhm.
Carnival.
And the vlog. Don't forget the vloggers.
That's
We'll
what I
be
was
on
going to
with
say. The
them.
Vloggers Cruise is coming up in January 28th.
9th.
29th. Yep.
Yeah, of January 2023 coming up. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming up. What else? I don't know.
And then we're going to create a group cruise in 2024. for
We
the
already have 2. So
Mediterranean.
we've got the Tri-State group cruise. We've got the How We Huddle group cruise.
How We Huddle.
We have
Yep.
all sorts
How We
of
Huddle.
stuff coming up.
Laura?
So cruise with us.
Let's talk.
I love it.
I can't promise you anything other than the chaos that you've witnessed for the last hour and a half.
Well, hey, that's fun. It's free. You don't charge nobody for this.
No.
You know
Oh,
what? I mean, we have talked time and time again about how many people don't understand what subscribing means. Subscribing does not mean it's going to charge you a thing. It does not
No.
mean it's going to do anything. It does not mean it's going to send you a million emails. By hitting subscribe, it just means that you like that channel. And when you log into your YouTube account, it will let you know that that channel has new videos.
It'll show you
It
that all
also
those
lets
crazy people that you follow are just as crazy as you.
But it also lets YouTube know that we are appreciated, we are liked, our content is liked, and that, it helps us. So it costs nothing to you. It helps us. And it's something that we all can appreciate.
So join us on the vloggers. Join us on the family reunion group cruise. Join us on the How We Cruise with Friends. And don't forget to join Huddle Adventures on Tuesday night with Eddie Lugo Studios
Yes.
and the Mothership on Thursday. And we'll see you on the seas.
See you on the seas.
All right. Hey. Bye, guys. Thanks for having us.
Bye, guys. Thanks
See
so much
ya.
for coming.
Thanks everybody for
We
joining
love you.
us.
All right. Bye bye.
Love you too.